Okay, third graders. So you've been doing fractions on a number line. Today I'm going to show you how we can show fractions on a number line, not just regular fractions that we've been doing, but also what are called improper fractions. So let's take a look. We know that our number line is going to start at 0 and go on. We've been stopping at 1 all along, but today we're not going to do that. We're actually going to have this number line stop at the number 2. So down here, I'm going to make a 2 instead of a 1 like I normally would. Okay? Now, we're going to divide it into fourths. So I'm going to come over here, and I know that because 1 is half of 2, I'm going to make my 1 here. And then I'm going to go back, and just like I've taught you in the past with my fourths, I know to make my half, I find my line right in the middle. And then I know to go back and divide each one equally. And there I have my intervals, so I of this. But I'm going to do the same thing now here between here. Remember, I have my 4 intervals or jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps, or 4 intervals. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to do the same thing between the 1 and the 2. So again, I find the center, and then I find the center of each of those. And again, I have 4 intervals in between the 1 and the 2, or 4 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to go back and label. When I label these, I'm going to start just like I do when I'm labeling my regular fractions. Of course, the first one is going to be 1/4. Then I'm going to do 2/4, 3/4, and you know that 1 is also equal to 4/4. What do I do here, though? Well, I keep going. I follow the pattern. I'm going up by 1 each time. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's going to be next? That's right. 5/4, 6/4, 7/4, and then 8/4. Okay, so see how we did that? And it's 1 jump, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's simply counting the intervals. Let's try it now with thirds. All right, here I have my number line starting at 0. However, instead of ending at 1, I'm going to end at 2. Now, again, in the center, because 1 is half of 2, I'm going to find my center and make my 1. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to divide by thirds. I know with thirds I have to have 3 intervals, 4 jumps. Thirds are a little bit harder. I find my center and I bring it out a little bit, trying to find even marks between. Again, I'm not a computer, so it's not going to be perfect, but there they are. There's 1 interval, 2 intervals, 3 intervals, or 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do the same between my 1 and my 2. I'm going to find the center and bring it out a little bit like we've talked about, here and here. Again, 1 interval, 2 intervals, 3 intervals. 1, 2, 3 jumps. All right, I'm going to go back and label, just like before. 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. What's next? If I follow my pattern, of course, it's going to be 4/3, 5/3, and of course 6/3. Now I'm going to show you something really interesting, one more little thing, just so you can take a look at how to check this. Take a look really quickly here at my 2. I have 8/4 and 6/3. Also look at this. Remember we talked about 4/4 and 3/3. When the numerator and the denominator are exactly the same, we have 1. When the numerator and the denominator are exactly the same, we have 1. Take a look at how we get 2. My numerator is exactly double of my denominator because 4 plus 4 is 8. Again, my numerator is exactly double of my denominator because 3 plus 3 is 6. And so that will also help you see that these are equal to 2. All right, so now you've seen how to do fractions on a number line using improper fractions. I think now that you'll be able to do this as well. All right.